host, Elijah Bryan, and we got Real Estate JC with us. How you doing today?
What's good, man? Appreciate the invite.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Had to come through, you know.
Bless the seat real quick.
Kick some game, man. Kick some game.
And that's all. That's what it's about. But we gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back. So let's talk about where you from and, you know, your upbringing.
Originally, I'm from a city called Fort Pierce, Florida. It's on the east coast of Florida.
Okay, that's by Port St. Lucie.
I was about to say it's by one of been a good market to me. But right now, about 15 minutes from Port St. Lucie. We actually, to be honest with you, Fort Pierce is coming up. It used to be one of those towns, man, that was kind of small. One of those towns that wasn't on the globe, wasn't on the map really, but now it's getting grown a little bit. You know, people trying to, you know, put some money into the city or whatever. But grew up in Fort Pierce.
You went to like high school, college?
High school in Fort Pierce. Well, born and raised in Fort Pierce. Went to, you know, elementary, middle school, high school.
You have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, got 3 brothers, no sisters.
3 brothers.
Three brothers, no
the youngest?
Nah, I'm the middle child.
The middle child. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Alexis, the last person that I had up here, she's the middle child too. So I got to ask you the same question.
Okay.
So with the middle child, do you feel like you get neglected? Because, you know, they say the middle child usually don't get that love.
Nah, I can't say that, man, because my mom and dad, man, they always, you know, stress fam, man. So, like, the only thing I probably could say is, like, you know, it was me, you know, playing sports. And to be honest with you, my older brother, he's actually like he's a lot older than me. He's about at least 10 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
10 to 15 older than me. So he was gone when we was like, you know, me and my brother was in high school. Me and my brother was like 2 years, 2 years between each other.
Were y'all like competitive? Like competing with each other?
Nah, he didn't really like sports. The only thing he was competitive with is trying to make sure, you know what I'm saying, like he get the love from, you know, both parents. So he, you know, we might be competitive with that, like making sure like we doing this right, we doing that right. Oh, I'm gonna do this so I can get this, and you can't get that. But I love my brother though, man. He doing real good right now. He's up in DC. But yeah, so 3 brothers.
You went to, so like from high school, because I know you play ball, you know, we both play ball. That's, you know, how we relate. So in high school, was you on one of the top teams? Like
in our area, man, we actually, we won our district down here, went to the regional playoffs. We were pretty good in our area, man. We was a senior led team. Me, my boy Dre, Will, we had a good team our senior year. We had a good team actually all 3 years because I played 3 years of varsity. So we had a good team all 3 years. We had a good coach.
In terms of basketball, because one thing with basketball that I feel like it brought to me was that discipline.
Yeah.
It taught you had to outwork the next person to become better.
Yeah.
Like basketball is one of those sports. So like, did you feel like, were you real disciplined? Did you wake up in the morning, or were you just that naturally gifted, nice?
I felt like when I was younger, like super young, like in middle school, I used to be at the court every day because my dad, he used to work at a recreation center. So like the court was like right there, like right from the recreation center, you can walk to the court. So we used to go out there like all the time.
Day.
Like summertime, springtime, like when the sun out, when it's about to rain, we was out there all the time. So like I feel like I was just gravitating to it so much that he was like I'm just gonna let this boy go. And then once I got to high school, I understood how to work on my game. So like putting in that time after practice, waking up some mornings, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't wake up every morning, but waking up some mornings, like getting them runs in, getting them shots up before everybody else can get up. So that discipline is what made me get better at basketball. And then, you know, I take that into my entrepreneur life. So
okay, so like, and now you went to college. What college you went to?
I went to a junior college in it's a small town in Florida called Palaga, Florida. It was St. John's River Community College. They actually don't even have a basketball program anymore. But went there for 2 years. Then I ended up going to South Carolina. Going to South Carolina, went to a Division II school, Limestone College.
Okay.
So yeah, so we played there for 2 years, And it was good. The junior college, I feel like my college experience with basketball was kind of crazy because I had 4 coaches in 4 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Each
year had a different coach.
Wow, that's tough because you know you don't get to build a relationship. Relationship.
And I already knew, you know, going to a junior college, you're gonna have to make that transition anyway. So at least I would have just only been 2 coaches, but I played for a different coach all for 4 years.
Wow.
But it was an experience, man, and was able to get my degree and play some basketball. I have to, you know, got a scholarship, play basketball, and I think I probably took it a little bit more serious when I got out of school. But as far as once I got to college, when I got to college at Limestone, I felt like, you know, I fell off just a little bit. And but when I got out of school, I tried to pursue that basketball, you know, dream that every kid, you know, want to have, you know. I know you probably had that, you know, dream as well. Like, I'm gonna make it, you know, playing this game, get money in this game. But, you know,
that's every basketball player's dream growing up, man. You know. So, like, you played overseas. So how did that come about? So when I first came out, you know, I was trying to, you know, find an agent and try to find somebody that can help me, you know, further along. So I ended up going on a couple tours. Went on 2 tours in where at? Like DR?
No, one was in Mexico. Was in Cancun. It was a tour. We played 2 other teams in the biggest league over there, and then we went to another tour in South America. I forgot the country name, but we went on another tour, and that was it. I mean, after that, couldn't never really get over to, you know, across the Atlantic.
Yeah, because that's
it's tough, man. It's tough when you don't have as much, I guess you would call it, you know, cloud or. It's about who you know.
Exactly.
It definitely is about who you know.
And it's really not even that. It's who knows you, to me.
Yeah.
Like, they gotta know your name out there.
That's true. Once
they hear your buzz out there, that's when you really have the job.
Somebody gotta really see you to say, hey, who that kid is. If they don't know you, they gotta like see it.
Yeah.
But like most times, you know, the dudes come from D1s, good D2s. Those people know them over there. Like, 'cause they got the good stats.
They see them on the team. Yeah. They see them on TV.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. Yep.
So now, is this when you got into wholesaling?
No, man. I started once I, you know, knew basketball wasn't gonna be the route for me to, you know, make the kind of, you know, money or have the kind of lifestyle I wanted. I ended up doing customer service, and did customer service.
Customer service where?
The first job I had down here was Freedom Health. Being on the phones. And it's crazy that I'm on the phone now. I never wanted to be on the phone after I was in customer service. Like, it's just a drag every day, especially inbound calls coming in. Like, you always got to be like on the phone. Like, it's just like repetitive every day.
So it was like 8 hours a day.
Yes. Same thing, 8 hours a day.
So you already was familiar with wholesaling, basically.
I was familiar with being on the phones. Yeah, I was definitely familiar with being on the phones, but I hated being on the phone the way for what I was doing. Yeah. Now I love being on the phone because I'm getting to it.
Yeah.
But so I did customer service for about 4 years. Then I was like, man, I don't want to be on the phones no more, man. I'm trying to find a job that I'm not on the phones. This lady, her name is Carrie. She ended up giving me an opportunity to be on an accounts payable team. I had no accounts payable experience. Did that, and that got repetitive as well, man. Like, then I got tired of people telling me what to do, man. So
yeah. So is this how long have you been out of school at this point?
Oh, I had been out of school. I mean, I'm an old dude, man. I'm an older dude, but I had been out of school since '09.
Okay, gotcha.
But while I was working, you know, I was obviously those 2 years I didn't work as much because I was really trying to, like, you know, get overseas and play the basketball thing. So in 2011, that's when I got a real job.
So that's where with basketball, right?
Yeah.
Because when I was in El Salvador, I also did a tour as well.
Okay.
And which landed me in El Salvador. And while out there, I'm like, this is people's life.
Yes.
Year by year by year.
They do this to feed their family.
If we're only getting paid this amount, when you get back to the States and you're not getting paid this little amount, you starting over year by year, and that's what motivated me. Like, no, I gotta figure something else out.
And me talking to dudes that's like overseas and stuff that's playing now, they like some of them like, bro, I don't even know if I even want to go back, bro. Like, I think somebody can give me a job that's looking more than that. I could stay in the States. I love basketball, but it's like the numbers ain't adding up. It ain't adding up. Like, dude was like, man, I make about 3 overseas, 3 a month. It's like, man, somebody finna give me a job where I'm making 6 per month.
Yeah.
And I'm in the States. I'm by my family. You love basketball, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
you gotta. So how I see it, right, is I had to give up my passion to step into my purpose, you know, and I feel like a lot of people, you know, playing basketball, sometimes if it's not providing for the family, your purpose might be in the States doing something. If it's not flipping land, it could be something.
It could be anything.
But
it could be anything, man.
Yeah. So now so now how'd you get into wholesale?
So, man, my boy, man, shout out to Colin, man. Colin Houston, man. He, him and his homeboy Devin, they were doing Wholesaling Land, and he told me about this back in 2019. Obviously, I still had a job at this time.
2019.
2019.
Man, they was getting good
to it,
time.
man. But he said one builder, he said, man, they ran through like a whole city. Like they had like, he said, bro, they went to town on one city with this one builder. Wow. And I was like, how you even know to do that? Like, how you even know, like, who told you this? He was like, bro, like, somebody was telling me, like, you know, you wholesale land, and then we just started looking some stuff up, and people was like, man, builders want land.
Yeah.
And then he was like, bro, that's all he said. Like, he was like, and Cole he'll probably remember this. But I was like, bro, how you do that? He was like, bro, just go to Google and call builders. That's it. That's all he said.
That's all he needed to say.
And that's all he needed to say. At the time, if I would have knew what I knew now, like, bro, like, I could have been killing. But he was like, bro, just go to Google and call builders.
Yeah, there's some key points. Shout out to Cole, even though I don't know Cole.
Yeah, man.
But Cole gave you the source
he
at
definitely
that
did.
perfect time.
He definitely did.
Because I know nobody was doing it. Because even when I started doing this game,
he was the first person I knew was doing it.
Wow.
He was the first person I knew was doing it. I didn't even really understand or knew what it was. I mean, I know, like, obviously, you know, you flip to get, you know, to the next, so you can get the money, but like, I didn't know nobody was wholesaling land. What is that? Like, everybody was talking about wholesaling houses. Like, oh, I know exactly what that is. I see that. I look on YouTube. I see that. I see people making money off that. But people making money off that, off wholesaling land too?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
So okay. So now you know the information, right?
Right.
Did you act immediately on it?
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't act on it?
I did not.
Cole.
I'm not gonna lie.
He should have acted.
Lie. He did not. I did not. I was like, you know, man, when you go into stuff, man, and your mind is like, this is one thing I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Like, you get comfortable, bro, in a job that pays you twice a week. You know exactly what's coming in. Like, you know exactly what you need to pay for. You know how your bill's gonna work. Like, you know, like, the comfortability of you doing your job is like making you like stagnant and like just like you just going through the motions. So at that time, I'm just thinking like, I'm making this money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really gotta do nothing else. Oh, I'll do this here, or I'll try to do this here, but I am not sticking to one thing.
That's what I hate about a job, because I feel like it makes people comfortable.
Yes.
You know that steady income.
You don't even realize it.
Yeah. It's like in Outwitting the Devil, he talks about drifters and drifting. And that's what a job does. It's making people drift. It's like living zombies, right?
Got you.
But that's why I love being an entrepreneur, because it forces you to wake up every day and get to it. You got to hunt every single day. If you don't hunt, you do not eat.
You're not going to eat, man.
So this is like, if you do not grind, you're not going to eat.
Listen, man, if you don't put in that work, listen, you might luck up one time, but that thing gonna go, bruh, if you don't put in that work, I see so many people that come into, you know, what we do, and they like, you know, I don't know if it's working, man. Like, I can't find this, I can't find that. Listen, man, if you ain't have no money, if you really ain't have no money and you had to do this to eat, You're gonna make a way. You're gonna find a way to get a deal. You're gonna find a way to get a deal.
That's a fact.
You're gonna find a way. I don't know. You're gonna talk. You're gonna talk to somebody. You're gonna ask somebody. You're gonna say, "Hey, man, what I need to do." You're gonna find a way.
I see it like this: that time that when you want to get off the phone, right? If you make that extra call that you make could be that deal.
Man.
So never get off the phone.
Right.
And then never take more than a day off. Like if you take 2 days off, you're gonna lose to me. no cap. Like do not take 2 days off because I'm still hunting for this.
Yeah.
You gotta think like that. I'm teaching you and I'm still hunting.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so okay. Right. So now you into the game, or like how long did that take until you?
Well, first, around that, going into, the end of 2019, I'm still working. Going into 2020, I'm like, I done heard about wholesaling houses before, but I just never acted on it. Like I had that thing they call analysis paralysis. Like I had all the information, but I didn't do anything about it. Yeah. 2020, I'm going to try to do wholesaling houses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you jump straight into houses?
Yeah, I jump straight into houses because that's the thing. Like everybody sees that. You know what I'm saying? Like they see that on YouTube. Somebody may be talking about it. Like, oh, like people doing that in Tampa a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did that. Tried to do that.
That's how they get you. Yeah, everybody talking about the same thing.
Yes.
You got to figure out what they not talking about.
I'm trying to tell you, that's where the money at, boy.
Don't hustle on a crowded block. It don't make sense.
I'm trying to tell you. So 2020 came, tried to do the wholesaling house. I'm like, man, this thing, bro, like you got to get the ARV, you got to get the repair calls, you got to talk to, you know what I'm saying? You got to talk to people, you got to massage the lead or whatever like that. Like, it was crazy.
It really is.
It was crazy. So, in the 2020 came, and I met, Miss Derby, and she was giving away game like it was. Well, I seen her on Instagram. She had cashed a big check from just Wholesaling Land. I was like, bro, Cole told me about this.
How much did she make on that check?
She made $103,000.
Oh my God!
And I was like, word on one deal? Like that's possible? Yeah. I didn't even know that was possible. The only people I probably thought could do something like that is like the big developer or somebody that got money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you
not
have
even
to
realizing
have money to make that big check.
Yes.
But no, you do not have to have that money.
I'm gonna tell you the story about my first deal too, but we're gonna get to that. But listen, it's like I met her. Well, I met her through IG, and I'm like, bro, like this. Like, I gotta see what this girl talking about. So I went to her, LinkedIn or whatever, Linktree, and she had a free Facebook wholesaling group, Wholesaling Land. And she was giving away the sauce, like everything, like for free. And she was just giving away. I was like, dang, bro, like, what is this? So once she she started doing a subscription-based program, I went into I subscribed to her program. Then I started taking action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to get to it.
So do you feel like you're the person that needs to be kind of handheld? Because you know about it from Cole, right?
Yes.
I know you see a Cole eat at this time, throughout this whole time.
Yes.
So it's in the back of your mind. Then you see Derby, right? She cashes out $103,000.
I guess that did
check. So, but what I'm trying to say is,
go ahead.
Once you got into the subscription, is that when things started clicking for you?
That started when it clicked because I'm not, right now, like I'm using. Like, okay, I'm putting into this now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I see other people eating in the group. And I'm like, oh, she not the only one.
Yeah.
Like, there's people in this group that's like-minded, that's like me. And I tell people all the time, even if you don't have like money, if you don't have like time, just get around people that's thinking like you. There's a lot of people that's gonna think that this is a scam. They're gonna think like, nah, this ain't happening, or this is some type of scheme. It is not. It is not, man. As long as you get around the people that's like-minded, that's doing the same thing, that's going after the land and getting them deals. Yeah. That's who you need to be around. Be around somebody that's getting to it.
Fact. It's your circle, but
yes.
But one thing you also said, right? It was the free.
Yeah.
the free information. I want to highlight this because this is important, because I really believe this. The free information, even though it was valuable, because it was free, you didn't act on it.
Yep.
But you paid what, $40
whatever
for her
it was at the time, yeah, something like that.
And because you paid the money,
oh no, I gotta do something.
You took
like I gotta
action.
do something.
Even if $40, that's it.
Right.
$40 is nothing.
Nothing. And then that's when people start saying, man, hey man, you gotta have skin in the game. People that got skin in the game, they trying to get to it because they putting their bread up, they putting their time up, they putting something up to get a return. Once you see people like, oh, like I got this for free, I got that for free, like they don't really put too much oomph into it like they supposed to, because they know they can go back to it, or they know they can just go in when they want to. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta really do too much.
Exactly.
But,
So now, how'd you get your first deal? Let's talk about it.
Listen, so it was in 2021. It was the beginning of 2021. Finally got my deal, got a Zillow lead. And you talked about this. I seen you talk about this one time, like, bro, like I made this such and such and such off of Zillow. Like all I did was go on Zillow. Somebody was paying, you know what I'm saying, doing what they do with the builder. And like I was able to lock up 2 deals on Zillow. My first deal was a Zillow lead.
Damn, and you ain't spend no money on this.
I didn't spend no money. That's when we talk about like no money, no credit, none of that. All I did was go on Zillow, knew what my buyer wanted, and I went and searched for it.
Wow, and how much you made off that deal?
$2,500.
$2,500.
$2,500.
Easiest probably.
What? The easiest $25. The easiest money I made in my life, really.
Yeah.
The easiest money. I was like I really got to check for like just connecting the dots. That's it.
That's it.
No money spent. Crazy, bro.
Yo, it brings me back to those times where I really made a bag off of Facebook Marketplace. Like, even when I was doing houses. So it brings me back to those times where it's like people really spending time just to make however much they make.
Yeah.
But if you just transfer that energy into like performance, to something that leads to a result, you could really make a bag. Like the fact that I made $30K last year just off of Facebook Marketplace and Google, to me, it's like nobody should be broke, because if you have Wi-Fi, you shouldn't be broke.
Shouldn't be broke, man.
Really think about it.
There's so many ways to, if you just expand your mind and go looking for the information, there's so many ways you can make money in this world. It's just that some people just they get the steps, but they get the A, then they get the B, they get the C. Like, man, I'm not going to D, man. Z all the way at the end, bro. I'm not going that far, man. Like, this is too hard. But when you get to the end of that road, you start eating that your bank account look good, and you like, dang, boy, that hard work really paid off.
Yeah, I know you said this off camera, but when you see your bank account go up each time, bro, and change, like going up 10, 15, 20,000.
Yeah, man, like it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming when it first started happening, and then like you gotta get your mindset right. But bro, when you first start doing that, you like, bro, like I gotta get more, bro. Like this can't be real. This cannot be real, man. But listen, man, I just appreciate everybody that give me any type of game, any type of anything that they gave to me that gave me the knowledge to go ahead and do this, man. Because it's people out here, man, that's doing it, and they doing it at a high level, man. We really only on the tip of the iceberg of this stuff, bro.
Because it's always another level. Like
always another level.
And doing, like you said, subdivisions.
Yes, bro.
Taking down subdivisions now because we built the connection with the builder that they're willing to partner with us. So we don't have to put 100% of the bread.
Of course.
We put a small percentage, but now we have the expertise, the knowledge, the experience. To do more. So but let's talk about so now you get those first 2 deals off of Zillow. So now do you put that money into the list to get more at this time?
The money that I put that money right back into getting some marketing. Okay. It's like most of that money I didn't even see, but it was the proof of concept. It could have been $500. It could have been $1,000. Like I just did this. Somebody told me something was happening, and it happened. Like, you know, sometimes people tell you stuff like, bro, that's not how it was supposed to be. But this person told me this was gonna happen, gave me the blueprint, and it really came into my account. Like, that was crazy to me at first.
It's the best feeling.
It's the best feeling.
Like,
man.
some people really think I be like a scam.
Yes, right? Yes.
But they see all these interviews I'm doing and still have doubts. I'm like,
yes, bro.
It's happening.
It's just human. That's human nature, man, for whatever reason. So, man, it's just like human nature for people to just think something is a scam because they're not doing it or they don't believe in it. Like, it could be anything. Like, bro, like I could be like online just telling about a certain thing somebody told me about, you know, a business. And they're like, oh man, that ain't true, man. Ain't a scam, man. Like, they can't be making that much money doing that. Like, they can't be doing this. They can't be doing that. It's just human nature for people to think that way.
So
man.
It's like, I don't understand why, because I have the results.
Right.
I have people document people with the results, telling their story about how they came up.
Yeah.
And just because you feel like you can't do it, that it's not real.
That's the only thing it is, bro. Like, they can't do it. Sometimes they don't want to do it. It's just about like, it's just that mindset of like, oh, if I can't do it, you definitely can't do it. Like, you just like me.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we doing this.
Do you think it's because people don't really have vision?
Most, like I said at the beginning of the pod, like, most people are comfortable with what they're doing, which is fine. To be honest with you, that's fine. Like, but don't bash somebody that want more.
Yeah.
Or they might be telling you, hey man, you could do this, you could do more. Like, nah, I really can't do that. I got kids. I gotta take care of this. I gotta take care of that. I know people in this business working that's working the 9 to 5 right now, but still doing the business and getting money.
Yeah.
And people that got kids and they still doing this and they getting money.
Fact. Shout out to Adrian, because she's one of the admins of the EDB Academy, right?
Yeah.
She has a job. She's working a 9 to 5. And she's still cashing out checks. She just had a 7K check, 7,500 last month.
That's what's up.
You know, I got to deal with her. You know, that should be closing soon.
Right.
Like, you could do this while having a job.
That's how I was.
For real?
Yeah, that's how I was. I was actually trying to do it together, and I was doing it together. It's just about something I wanted, man. I wanted something more. Like, I knew that this job wasn't gonna be my last stop.
Yeah.
Or this was gonna be actually it was gonna be my last stop for me being in the workforce. I wanted to do stuff for myself, and I found this, and after a few months I was able to leave that job, and now we're here.
Right. So now you went into it's bad in every good and it's good in every bad.
Yeah.
Right. So any downhills, any?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, when I was, when I was trying to do it at first, at the beginning with the Wholesaling Land, like, I wasn't closing deals at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I had that vision to say, hey, man, like, obviously I had a 9 to 5, so, I could supplement, the family and, everything I was doing. But I was still trying to do this one thing because I seen it work with other people. Mm-hmm. I seen it work with this person, that person. I'm like, bro, why can't I be that person? Why can't I be the person that's closing deals? You know what I'm saying? So during that time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have those thoughts creeping in your mind like, bro, I don't know how this is going to work, or I don't know how it's going to be, but I just got to keep grinding.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you was talking to your 17-year-old self, right? And those thoughts, those doubts, they're creeping in your mind. What would you tell him?
Man, I just tell him, man, like my dad, what my dad used to say, man, rest in peace. He used to always tell me to stay focused.
My grandma tells me that.
That's the thing, like, and then when you 17, 16, like, you just saying, oh, they just saying stay focused, like, they just saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, he knew what he was talking about. He telling me to have tunnel vision, stay focused on what I want to achieve. Whether it be basketball, whether it be, doing schoolwork, whether it be now I'm in entrepreneurship, like, tunnel vision, stay focused. You stay focused, you get anything done that you want done.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
My grandma is still to this day.
Yeah.
That's one of the first things she says to me when she sees me. Just, Eli, stay focused.
See? And it brings you back. Like, it brings you back to like, You're right. I gotta stay on my grind.
And I could hear it sometimes, low key, while I'm working.
Yes.
Stay focused.
Yes.
It's like in the back of my mind.
Because everybody go through that, everybody go through that time where it's like, man, like, I don't want to do this. Mm-hmm. No matter who you are, you could be making money on top of money on top of money. It's always going to be that time where you're going to be like, I'm not doing this today, or I don't want to do this today. Those are the times you go harder. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn it. I don't know if it, obviously happened with you at one time, but
it happens all the time.
Everybody gets discouraged, man. Like that, and that's the thing. Like with new people that's coming to the game, that's doing their thing, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have moments where you like, it ain't working, or I don't think like everybody else doing it. Well, I can't do it. Like I'm the only one that's not, and you always think you're the only one that's going through something. You know what I'm saying?
Yup. So I'm telling you, everybody has problems, and
yes,
I say, when you get past your first deal, just know there's 1,000 more deals you have to get to.
Absolutely.
So just get focused on that first deal. I feel like what most people do, they're worried about the 10th deal before they get to that first one.
Like, oh, I see this person, man, they closed like 5 or 6 deals. I need to get to 5, then I feel good.
Right.
Nah, listen. That first deal is your most important deal.
The most important deal.
Most important.
I feel like the first deal was harder than, getting to the level I'm at.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Because you always feel like it's not gonna come. Like dang, like this ain't gonna never happen. Then it happens. You like, what? It went down. I can do it. Now I can get another one. Mm-hmm. Now I can get another one.
Yeah, it's like the compound effect.
Yes.
You need to have that momentum, and it starts, to me, honestly, it's the habits.
Yeah.
And this is what I want to talk about too. Like your habits is what's going to take you to getting that first deal.
Yeah.
Are you going to make at least 5 to 10 offers every single day? I don't care. I'm telling people to call on Sundays now. Like, for real. Like, because nobody's calling on Sundays.
That's true. That's true.
So you may get those people that argue with you, but you may catch that one person that wants to talk.
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Yeah.
And you may be able to get that deal. So you got to do that little extra work to get those deals. That's how I was thinking. Yeah, when I was first starting. That's pretty
dope because the consistency, it's all about that consistency, man. As long as you're being consistent, I don't want to guarantee anything, but man, listen, if you be consistent, man, you're bound to get something. You're bound to get something. Whatever you want in life, you're bound to get it. It might take longer than you think. It might come in a different way, but if you be consistent, you can get anything you want, especially in this world of entrepreneurship, because it's all about what you can hunt.
Yeah, what you put in. What are you giving to receive?
Of course.
You got to put in work.
Of course.
You can't hide from it.
No.
Like this. That's what I like about life too.
It'll roll right over you.
Yeah.
It'll roll right over you, boy.
I know, because I literally got deals, and I probably lost deals like this too, but I had deals where just because the person didn't follow up, I was able to sneak in and get that deal maybe on the first call, the second call.
Man, I'd have seen that too many times with me. Like, I remember one time, like, this person, they told me to hit them up in like 3 months. They sold it in 2.
Damn.
So I was just a little bit late, because I always, I'll probably call them like in that 2-month period, but sold it to somebody in 2, like, it's just the luck of the draw. Like, somebody got them when they was ready to sell.
Yep. I tell people, if they tell you to call them in a month, always cut it by half.
Got to.
So if they say a month, 2 weeks.
All they can tell you is
they say
call me back.
You know what I'm saying? If they say 2 weeks, next week I'm calling you.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
That's the things you have to do to get the deals going.
Of course.
So
yep.
Yeah, man, this was a good one.
Listen,
I appreciate you for coming up to the Game Changers.
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Hey, listen, y'all follow me on IG _real estate JC. I appreciate Eli for having me, man. That was cool. It was dope, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that, man.
Man, Game Changers. Make sure y'all tune in, and if you want to learn how to flip land, I have a free class Thursday at 7 p.m. I want you guys to text land at 813-687-8867. Game Changers.